If you're looking for a fun and exciting way to learn more about languages, be it your native language or foreign languages, you're never going to find a cooler product than this. It's called Heading Into Language Land. This is a card game that I made as a language learner, specifically for other language learners. And in today's video, I'm going to tell you some special things about this game that are truly going to hook you and addict you to education and to language learning. So let's get into it. First of all, I made this game to stretch myself. People often tell me that, whoa, there's some terminology in here, some different categories that I don't even know what they mean. I have to look them up. So yeah, that's why I often build this game as more of an intermediate level game, because it's not going to spoon feed you. There's going to be some things in there that you're going to have to learn about before you can start to actually learn through the game. There's not a lot of things like that, but I definitely want to make each game that I create something that stretches you, not something that keeps you inside your comfort zone, but something that nudges you outside of your comfort zone. The second thing is I wanted this game to promote the discovery of language, and that is manifested actually physically in terms of how the game is played. It's kind of like the baby of a board game and a card game. You put cards on the tabletop, you get to move around freely, turn over different cards, and find out, almost by surprise, what you need to think about and talk about. And I like that a lot because I think that's more natural and true to real life. If you think about it, to go through a textbook series or a course or whatever, that can be super practical, of course, but it's also a little bit divorced from reality, and sometimes that leaves us feeling like the material is a bit boring, a bit dry, or a bit formulaic. So I actually like the sort of free discovery of language and practicing in that way and talking about many different things within an hour of study. It can be a nice antidote or sort of a counterbalance to those more traditional modes of study, which of course are still useful. Number 3, as you play this game, you'll see that what you need to talk about is pretty open-ended. It's pretty loosely structured. That's because I want to encourage and allow for people's creative expression. I don't really like resources and products and apps that try to get you to say a specific thing in a specific way. It's like, you have to say this in this way, and if you don't, you're wrong, or you don't get the high score, you don't get the points or whatever, in terms of maybe like an app game or something like this. I don't like those sort of point A to point B translations, which is just not any fun. I think the players are the rich resource that we have to mine to learn. They're sort of like other people, other humans are an inexhaustible resource for you that you need to tap into. And the same can be true in reverse. You are a resource for them. When the players are the resource and not really the game or the product or the book is the resource, then you tap into limitless potential. So players, when they play this game, they might have, if they're not super used to that, they might feel a little uncomfortable because they're trying to think up of what they can say. But once you get in the groove of that, you find out, wow, I can really express myself more creatively. And that's really part of what it means to be human when you're studying and practicing any language, is the ability to express yourself freely. A few more cool things about this game. Number 4 is we can do card commissions. So we actually can design you your own game card with categories and word topics to talk about that are unique to you and really resonate with you. So if, beyond these 100 categories that are already packed into the game, if there's more specifically that you want to speak about, let's work together to design your own game card that you can use. I've done that for a couple customers already. It was a really fun process. They got a real physical card designed with their own character, and also like a digital file too of that same card. So in the future, we may be playing with individual players' personalized game cards more and more online as we maybe incorporate their cards into a special deck. I think that would be really fun. We also have pre-built study guides for several languages that can sort of jumpstart your progress. They cover all the topics in the game. They give you examples that you can learn about and think about. If you need a way to sort of get your footing, that can be great. So we have pre-built study guides for Mandarin, Japanese, Spanish, and Turkish is currently in the works. These, it's no coincidence why we have these study guides, because those are the active regular groups that we have running online. So you can join for free our online gaming groups, which are happening every Saturday. And you can also use the study guides. So you're just like, once you jump in, once you try this, you're going to be exposed to a massive amount of value. And best of all, you actually get to make real friends who are going to go with you on this language learning journey. Super, super important to not try to do this alone. I mean, what's the whole point of learning a language for years and then at the end of it realizing you don't have anybody to talk to? You've spent years isolating yourself in a very academic way in your bedroom or whatever. So, yes, study guides and online gaming groups can get you jump-started. Now, where can you learn more? You can visit languagecardgames.com. On the homepage there, you can see our upcoming schedule of game events. You can sign up to play. You can read more about this game in the blog or in the shop. And then also right here on my YouTube channel homepage, there's a playlist for this game. Look for the Heading into Language Land playlist. Not Heading into Language Land 2, because that playlist is showing the game development for the next edition of this game, which is already in the works. We've been playing since April of 2023 online, with dozens and dozens of players from around the world, and we'll be keeping track of our top players on the homepage of languagecardgames.com. So I hope you will try something new and different. This game is really made to give you a sense that you're discovering a new world at the same time that you discover your target language. Those two go hand in hand. I want to restore your sense of awe and magic and wonder and astonishment as you uncover more and more and more and more of your language, whatever that language is. Again, native language or foreign language, it doesn't matter. I like to play this game to practice my native language sometimes too. It's just a fun word game is what it really comes down to. Alright, I'll leave it at that for this video. I'll see you back here next time. Bye-bye for now.